Welcome back to Lost Dimension. It's been 3 playthroughs, but we're finally here at the end, both figuratively and literally, for the last time. So as you can see, this playthrough has been a bit of a mixed bag as far as traders were concerned. I did get 3 repeat traders out of 5, but I also got 2 people into the final battle that I've never had here as innocents before. Marco and George, and I'm actually quite happy with that. Also, by sheer amazing luck, I still have Yoko. So, I'm quite happy with this. Essentially, yeah, I've had Nagi, Agito, and Yoko with me as innocents in the final every time, and Yoko has been innocent on every single playthrough. Sadly, Mana turned out to be a traitor this time. Now, what was actually interesting is, despite the fact that I got 3 repeat traitors, every erasure dialogue was unique. Zenji and Himeno got their non-max bond erasures. Sojiro got his max bond erasure, which actually made me respect him a little bit more than I thought. Yeah, I kind of lost sympathy for him in his max bond conversation, but that erasure dialogue actually made me like him a little bit more. And yes, we got to see what Mana's looks like when she's got a max bond and is a traitor and gets erased. So this is our final team. Let's see if these are any... I mean, these are pointless since we've maxed out bonds on everyone anyway.
What?
I remember that one. But, yes, what exactly is the end after? I think we know at this point. What I don't know is just how powerful he's going to be this time. Of course, this is a conversation that we've never had before.
Right.
Well, Marco always expects the worst out of everyone. That's why I like that he's made it to the end this time. He's finally found people he can trust.
You're right.
Yeah, sadly it seems like negotiation won't work.
Nope. You're right.
But, well, I'm glad he's made it to the end too. I've heard that he has some very good comments on the true ending, so I want to see that. And finally...
Yeah.
Yes, I hope he can unleash that in the final battle. And...
Damn.
Well, George is already rushing off to it. Now, as for equipment, I've got several... I got the ultimate weapons of Marco, Nagi, Agito, and George. Now, I've also equipped George with 2 Dex Boost ++++s. Mainly because I find that while George hits very hard, he does suffer from some very bad accuracy issues. So I'm hoping this will rectify this, because I've found that George is missing an awful lot, and that's one thing that I found very annoying about using him. But anyway, I've given half of the team, as in the ones who'll be close up to the end, Shock Absorber Omegas for those physical sword attacks, and the other half I've given Reflector Pin Omegas to take a bit of the brunt off of those massive psychic attacks at the end likes doing. As for everyone else, I've unlocked every skill they have, and a lot of them are leveled up to level 10. Or level 5, as the case may be. Marco in particular, I've actually maxed out most of his skills, so that's going to be useful. Yoko, well, her main offensive skill is Dream Blast, which can't level up anyway. And Agito, I've given him a couple of things, like Brutality and Combustion, because Phase Bomb is quite useful. A 10 range attack that also does area damage. Now, the real question is, currently I've given Electrospark and Dominion. Now, I really want to keep Dominion, because I would love to just show you what Stygian Strike looks like, especially on the end. I'm going to use Stygian Strike on the end, because that's going to look amazing, so I want to keep that. Now, anything else? That requires Possession, which is Mako. And that requires G-Force, which we don't have. I really wish that I could use this, though, because this is actually amazing. It takes away George's main drawback. I do have Hyperdrive. Rewrite, I have Adaptation as well. I do have Deep Freeze as well. You know what? I might give him Hyperdrive. So many Fate Materia, but we really don't have many people who can use them. Let's see, we've got Superhuman, Overdrive, Overcharge. I guess Electro Spark makes the most sense on her. What's Mako? Mako has nothing! I should rectify this. Mako is decent in both strength and, it's kind of cool because at the start Marco's more of a tank, but later on in the game he becomes more offensive. Let's see. Resonance is... That's Zenji's Link Materia, isn't it? You know what? I actually think I should put that on Sho, just because I think he's the most apt at using that. Resonance, and I think I might put the healing effect on Sho as well, though I do like some... Now I think about it. Chances of inflicting statuses on normal attacks, and the fact that Sho has the longest range in the game, that sounds quite useful. Maybe Mako should have Rejuvenate. Then again, Marco's more fragile than he looks, and Yoko could fly... Not Yoko. Nagi could fly around and get her healing where it's most needed. Actually, you know what? I might put Rejuvenation on him. What does Frost Wall protect you from? Oh, nullify melee damage. That's kind of perfect. And as for Nagi... Air Raid. Thor's Rage is pretty cool, though. Silent Slash. She doesn't have all that much in the way of... and Possession is from Mako. I gave Electro Spark to you, didn't I? I might actually give that to... Wait, Magnet Field's not the right one. I think it's Overcharge. That's the more psychic-based one. I might give Electro Spark to her, just so I can get Thor's Rage, and... Overdrive is that heavy physical attacks from Mana. In fact, that's going to give her all of Mana's strength and vitality boosts. That could be useful. Let's see if her status changes at all. Not really sure I'm seeing an effect, but still. Anyway, I want to actually go in at this level, mostly because I don't want to get too over-leveled, and I'm not sure we fully need everyone's ultimate weapons for this. So, let's save all of those, materia shuffling. And let's go. Now, I've unlocked the final mission, and as you can see, its name has changed again. As he enters the final battle, Sho places his trust in his friends and reaches for a new future. That's what we'll be doing this time. So, the final mission has 3 different names. Absolution in the Void, if you haven't fulfilled any of the criteria, so not max bonds, and, well, if you don't have max bonds, it's just Absolution in the Void. Lost Dimension for if you fulfilled the criteria for the true ending, which is to max out all bonds, and Howl Against Fate is if you've maxed out all bonds and have no traders with you, and this is the true for real this time version of this mission. And I think this is the main thing that's stopping me from getting the Complete All Missions trophy. So hopefully when this is done, I get 3 trophies. Defeating the final form of the end, complete all missions, and that would give me the Platinum trophy as well. So, yeah, if all goes according to plan, I will have actually 100%ed this game on camera. So, that's actually kind of... I'm kind of impressed I was able to do that. Now, I think George should go first. Perhaps with Marco leading the charge too, Yoko behind, and my high movementers, which is also equally not a word, but I don't care, in the rear. So, it's time to Howl Against Fate. Here we go. Now, I'm guessing the cutscene here is going to be the same as the one for just before the final battle in the last playthrough, but the actual final boss is probably going to be a bit different. Okay, yeah, I
We're
thought it
here
would.
at the end.
Yeah, it would start here. Yep. So the trader map is a separate half to the final mission that only occurs if you have traders with you. And I'm checking to make sure, but yes, my microphone is on this time.
There shouldn't be any.
The monitor turned on. It doesn't seem
So
to be a
I am
trap.
not going to skip because that would actually skip voice acting of the characters or new characters going to have comments. I also have more characters with me this time than I did last time. There are only 2 people who are
An
commenting.
image. What?
Okay, so we have this, which I think is likely the same.
Why is this happening? Using the T, and yet
So essentially, they just copy-pasted the world and expected the meteorite to be gone, and whoops, we copy-pasted the meteorite as well.
There's another we think these.
Is this why the...
I believe we need
so in order
Is it even...
for us.
then let the bull show.
I wonder who the voice actors of the other 2 scientists are. I know that one of them is Patrick Seitz, because it's incredibly
This is-
obvious.
What the heck were they talking about? What exactly is this video?
So, here's where I'm probably going to get some new
What is your
comments.
objective, the end?
Those people in the video. I can tell from how they looked. This whole thing wasn't faked. It really did happen.
So, Marco was suspicious that the video was faked at first. Interesting.
A doomed world, a newly created world, and materia? What are they talking about? But it sounded like they knew Show. Does this all have something to do with us?
Man, I wish he made it easier to figure out what's going on in that video.
Agito says what we're all
12
thinking.
Materia? What the heck's all that mean?
Curse you, the end!
And I knew of that something like that would
It's your
happen.
plan to mislead us even after we've come this far.
What is this? The end.
And I'm pretty sure this is all the same. So,
So why do you need...
let's just skip through sounding like a girl show.
Agreed. But even if I'm the why to put it, what you and that is that it might seem petty. There is no even I will.
Okay, we're going to the final battle now.
Let's do this.
Okay, same music. Part of me was wondering if there'd actually be different music here, but no. Now let's see. Okay, right, this is his new form. I thought that he'd look different. But yes, we have the bitter end here. He is very bitter at everything. He also has over 1,000 in strength, vitality, and psi, and 30 resistance to everything. He's also level 40 rather than 35, but I think, and I don't want to speak too soon, but I think with all the skills at our disposal, we may
Let's go.
be able to prevail here. Now, the fact that he starts much further away from us than normal kind of worries me. I am a bit suspicious here. But for now, I think we should start with Brain Hacker. I hope this doesn't make things too easy. And she gets a portion of this reflected back to herself, even though she already buffed herself.
Move out.
I need to.
See, now, part of me is wondering whether I should... Okay, firstly, maybe I should just shoot you a bit.
Are you
Nothing.
ready?
Well, that's interesting. That's even with buff strength. Let's see. Oh, hey, I got Earth Crash. This is probably not going to do much. Hyperdrive. That automatically berserks him. That could be okay as a last resort, but maybe not. Mousing Rage actually sounds quite useful. Though I've already got his strength raised and stuff, so for now I might just go for... Absorbs half the target's sand. I doubt it works on him, though. I mean, I could try, but... This music is still amazing. Okay, how far back is your counter range? It's really freaking far. Yep, I thought that wouldn't work.
I need to.
Yeah, I should have expected that was a little too good to be true. Hey, the end is now halfway to, I was about to say staggering, what is it? Being dazed, yeah. Yeah, Stab Them is actually quite cheap for how much power it has. And a good critical rate. Okay, yeah, that is a heck of a lot of HP. And that is exactly why I equipped those shock absorbers. I just realized that bunching up is a very bad idea. Did I give... Okay, I think I gave Sho the healing. Yeah. Or no, wait, Marco got the healing. Almost want to defer to Yoko here. And I was originally going to try and use Dream Blast, but now that I think about it, debuffing him is probably a very good idea. So where is Rewrite? There we go. Okay, Vitality and Strength down. That's going to help out. Ah, really? Okay. Now, I hope that he doesn't just suddenly nuke everyone and we all die. Because 1,000, yeah. 1,000 Psi is roughly equivalent to someone gone berserk. So for that reason, I'm not exactly bunching up. Uh-oh. Okay, you're using an air attack on you. Okay, you're using Flare Ray. And she's the one who has the Psychic Resist, and she's not near anyone. I really hope she doesn't get... Well, that's interesting. That did a lot less than I thought, but it was still enough to take her down. At least he is debuffed. Didn't debuff his Psi now that I think about it. Okay. You know what I think might be useful? Let's analyze him. Mind's Eye.
Okay. The time has come.
Okay, good. Back attack seems to do a good chunk of... really? Okay, at least we can actually hurt him with regular attacks now. That debuff was useful.
I need to.
Now, I believe... Also, I don't mean to kill the mood of this, but downed Yoko is very prone to panty shots. Okay. Let's just ignore that for the moment, and, I haven't actually leveled up Sojiro's Revival that much, because it is very expensive in terms of sanity and cost. Increase, like, I find it's just, like, I mean, you get enough, you know, max revive items that also fully restore sanity and GP that you just really don't need his revive. It's kind of, I don't know. Okay, now something cool about Agito is a few of his attacks actually get enormous range when they're leveled up, and that would be Phase Blade. Yeah. Yeah, this has 10 range, so quite good when you want to stay away from an enemy. Nice one. Oh yeah, and hey, he has Zenji's Restore Sanity when you get a critical materia.
Let's go.
We are doing quite a lot of damage to him, but do want to be careful here. I kind of want to just stay back. Well, Sho still can't hurt him.
Commencing assault.
Okay, we are still buff, right? I need to make sure that Yoko survives, basically. I think soon he's going to summon this... I was going to call them Shadow Clones. I was not intending to reference anything, but I mean, they literally are Shadow Clones. I think he's going to summon them soon. He usually does that when he's on quite low health. Well, when he's on less than half, so... I'm expecting Shadow Clones soon. Actually, I could use Assassin's Blade. Once again, long distance attack.
Move out.
And it looks incredibly cool now that it's level 10. Oh, Seal! Excellent! Okay, things just got a whole lot easier. Yeah, now all we can do is regular slashes. So hey, Sojiro, I guess Sojiro's helping from beyond the not quite grave, but still. It's going to be a little embarrassing to win this battle with the end only ever getting one attack off, though. Actually, you know what? I promised I'd use Stygian Strike, and I'm going to use Stygian Strike, because it's going to look awesome. So, yeah. Reason why I wanted to do this on the end, you'll see.
Nothing is impossible for a true hero! Ha ha ha! Yes! Are you ready? Speak up!
Basically, yeah, George engages in a samurai duel. It is awesome. And yes, every single enemy will actually have a slowly walking forward animation when George uses that on them. So the first time I saw that was against a boss-type enemy, so I had one of those Barras things just slowly ambling forward for that kind of showdown thing. That was pretty amusing. Gotta be careful of Marco's sanity here. Wonder if Matt... Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna go with a heal. Thankfully, it doesn't hit enemies.
I'll help.
Commencing assault.
And now, commencing our assault, I will use, 1,000 Knives. Where is it? Assassin's Blade, there we go.
Move out.
Too slow.
And miss horribly. At least George is doing well. Wow, he's almost down. Okay, now...
So, I guess I can't win after all.
Now, Okay, I do feel bad that I made that quite anticlimactic, but he did have a lot more defense and health that time. Also, I do, of course, have a save still here, so I can probably try and show off a little bit more of what the bitter end can actually do, but still, it was fairly tough taking him down with that much health and that much defense. Again, I'm a little disappointed that he only ever got one attack off, but, well, I guess we're just too strong. I'm glad I got to show off those things with George, though. Anyway, I guess it's time for the true ending now. And yeah, I confess, I did not watch this on the second playthrough, so this is my first time reaction to it.
No matter what, you will always survive. You will always be the chosen one of us. And just as inevitable, I will be destroyed alongside the world itself.
Just like all the other traitors, really.
What?
And, well, yeah, you showing up again. So that was kind of expected.
So you remember now, huh?
Yeah. So you were the end, weren't you?
Yeah.
This one isn't. At least not right now. Perhaps one day, I'll be the one called that, though.
Huh, so this is a past version of the End who hasn't become evil yet. That actually reminds me of a certain game, but I can't quite say the name of it because that would be a huge spoiler for that game.
But for now, I'm just one of the children waiting for you to select us.
Oh! Oh, is this a situation where someone from the past suddenly has psychic visions into the future and tells someone, don't do this thing that you did in the past that screwed up the world and stuff? Because that's also like another game that I could mention, but I won't because that's a huge spoiler for this other game.
My powers have barely developed yet, so the only thing I can really do is send my psyche into other dimensions, like this.
Oh, I guess that's finally what... We finally know what the End's power is.
But I'm going to change, aren't I? The hopelessness of being condemned to a dying world. Everyone felt it. The adults reacted especially ugly.
Oh yeah, I can imagine that there'd be, yeah, some pretty horrible things going on if people knew the world was
I couldn't
doomed.
help but take it all in for 10 years. All I could think about was revenge. And eventually, I became the End. I probably don't even remember that you and I had this conversation. In the end, I guess I'm not supposed to exist. I'll never be chosen for the world that survives.
So he's the one person who's always fixed as a traitor, I guess.
I guess that's just the true meaning of my existence.
Yeah, you do admittedly feel bad for him because, yeah, in every single possibility, he's always one of the ones who doesn't get chosen.
Huh?
There isn't a single life that shouldn't exist. That can never be allowed. You should be allowed to live. It's true, I did forsake you, but that doesn't mean that your existence isn't allowed in this world. Aren't you here right now? So don't throw away your will to live.
But everyone seems to be of the mind that I'm not supposed to exist. They say that as long as I'm alive, the world is doomed.
So what? Even if millions of people deny your existence, I'll accept you.
So this is kind of like Show's Max Bond conversation with Young the End. And yeah, this is interesting because Yoko was saying before how we can't negotiate with him. We can't negotiate with him as he is now, but his younger self, yeah, he's definitely more accepting to negotiations.
I'll accept your existence. That you're allowed to live.
Maybe if we do this now, maybe he won't grow up to be the End at all. And then that'll avert all those people dying.
I thought I heard a voice. The day before I was cast out to die, there was a voice that spoke to me. But why is this all coming back to me now?
It's just like how Show's memories didn't come back to him until now. They've both forgotten
The voice
stuff.
told me that I'm allowed to live.
That's right. You're allowed to live. Everyone has that right. That's why I want to save everyone.
What the? My power! It's flowing out of me. How is this possible? It's being passed to Sho Kasugai.
Okay.
This power is flowing into me. This is...
So unless
I can see
that
them.
conversation somehow
These
changed
are-
the past, and
These are possibilities.
well, crap. Guess what happened? Looks like the game's crashed on this final cutscene. That's really frustrating. I think that scene was supposed to have animation too, and it didn't show, so I'm gonna have to fight the bitter end again! I'll just want to put the true ending on hold for a little bit. On the subject of fighting the end again, I actually did notice a lot more when I was fighting him, both this time and a few other times when I reloaded my save just to try and get him to show off all of his attacks. I made this fight look easy, but trust me, the bitter end is actually very, very difficult if you don't know what you're doing. In a few of my other attempts, I basically just tried to rush through the fight just to get to the true ending again, and he completely slaughtered me. If you don't use Brain Hacker, debuffs, or plan your moves smartly, he has a lot of ways that he can do massive damage to your whole team, and quickly. And I'd like to just show a few of the attacks that he has. The first one is Stream of Rage. Now, what I didn't actually see in any of my fights with him on camera is that Stream of Rage has more to it than just summoning shadow clones. That's only half of the attack. If you don't defeat all the shadow clones in 2 turns, this happens.
Now, feel my wrath.
Now, that's obviously not an instant loss, but it is massive damage to everyone on the field, so it's highly unlikely you'll be able to claw your way back from that, so best to get rid of the shadow clones as quickly as possible. Their assists rack up enormous amounts of damage too. Stream of Rage is, in my opinion, the toughest attack that he has. But it's not the coolest looking. That honor goes to this attack that I saw during another one of my runs that I didn't get on camera at first. I ended up reloading my save just to get this one on camera because I pretty much had to show it. Okay, so I basically shoved everyone in the end's face. Let's see if he does that attack that I want him to use. He is jumping.
Don't touch me!
Is he doing it? I think he's doing it. There we go!
Hate.
Justin!
Oh, damn. This looks bad.
Okay, Sho just barely survived, and Marco only survived because his Nullify Fatal Damage ability activated. So, yeah. I'm glad I didn't see that attack in the main run. That's what happens if you get too many people close to him at once, so don't do that. Though I will say that is a very, very cool looking attack. I really love that move. So I really wanted to get it on camera at least once. But yeah, extremely painful. Don't try this at home, basically. See, look, even George got killed by that, and look how far away he was. So yeah, don't surround the end with all your characters, because that will happen. And now, back to the ending. Please load properly.
I can see them. These are possibilities of the world.
He combined my gift of Dimensional Leap with his own precognition. No, don't tell me. It shows actual gift. Why didn't I see it? No. Had it been the power to create new possibilities from the very beginning?
That's correct. And I remember now. All the other dimensions and bonds I've made. How could I have forgotten them? My irreplaceable ties to everyone's heart.
It doesn't matter if it was just or not. It is my own desire to save this world. I'm counting on you, Sho. Take my conviction with you.
I'm going to keep believing in you, Sho. You're the one person I knew I could trust. Please keep our world safe.
I don't want to sing any more requiems. I want to sing joyous songs, so please. I'll be rooting for you until the very end, Sho.
It's all up to you, my man. You're my best bud, after all. Saving the world's a piece of cake for you, right?
Sho, I entrust everything to you. Believe in yourself. Our hopes shall be granted. Our bond shall make miracles come true.
Well, I hope that's the case, but do we just get the people who are with us, or do we get more?
Everyone. Thank you. I can take the next step. I feel I can overcome anything now. I can save everyone.
Save everyone, and how's he going to do that exactly? So he just got himself hit by the erasure beam. And here we go, as in the opening movie. And he just Falcon punched the meteor. Okay, show's awesome.
So we're allowed to live, huh?
Two Earths that exist in parallel with new and old worlds have been saved. Forcibly returned to the old world. They're most likely alive. The one who has once denied the right to live. Their paths will never cross again. Unless the two worlds are threatened once more. Huh, possible sequel setup? Maybe? Interesting. And it's all the people we brought with us to the final battle. And credits, okay. So, yeah, I kind of figured something like that would happen. My guess was that Sho would find some way to destroy the meteor. That's basically my thought as to what would happen in the true ending. But if I'll be honest with you, the actual ending itself was quite short and abrupt. I really wish there was more to it. I wish the characters who were erased got to speak with you, and they mentioned their reasons maybe for... Well, I guess we know their reasons, but more like they all got to lend you their power too. And I wish everyone spoke in that scene where you saw all the bonds, and like everyone you'd max bonds with in earlier playthroughs spoke too. Because that's implied to be what was happening. Every single playthrough is a different possibility that Sho could have foreseen, and he just had to look through them and combine all his powers to create the one future where both worlds survive. That's what I figured would happen. But yeah, the overall plot reveals in the true ending run I really like. I really like this game's story overall. I just kind of feel like it could have used maybe a bit more of a conclusive ending. Like, I don't know, maybe... Although, then again, there could be a scene after the credits, so I shouldn't speak too soon. Like, I kind of wanted to see a scene of, like, you know, like the ending of a Fire Emblem game, where all the characters sort of get together, and now that the, now that everything's been saved and the fight's over, and they all say what they're going to do afterwards, and maybe a flash forward to years later, showing what everyone's done with their lives, now that the world has been saved, that kind of thing. But, that was interesting. And again, it's ambiguous as to whether or not the, going back and talking to Young the End back there could have potentially changed the end so that, well, he never actually became the End, and maybe he actually became a normal, nice person. That's kind of at least what I believe, maybe. It's, again, dimensional stuff is weird, so, can't quite say exactly what happened, but, and if Sho went back to the moment where the meteor was about to destroy the old world, when did the End go back, now that I think about it? Because if he did destroy the meteor at just the right time, then perhaps the End never would have gone to the new world and killed 2 billion people. So perhaps those deaths were averted too. That's a thing, because there are, I have been reading things, some people think that, like, the End got off a little bit lightly, but the ending leaves it ambiguous as to whether or not the kind of things that basically him killing 2 million people even happened in this new reality. So, without that, and without him having a need for bitterness at his world being destined for destruction, maybe he actually can genuinely reform. Well, in fact, it's not even reform because, well... Guess it's more like his evil self never existed in the first place. Oh, I thought that said Laura Bailey for a second, but no. Patrick Seitz voice directs quite a lot of things. He is pretty amazing, though. I still wish we got to see the voice actors in general, because I think okay, admittedly coming off of Fire Emblem Awakening, which has utterly insane voice acting, this might have come off a little disappointing in comparison, but most of the voice acting in this game was actually pretty decent. I will say, a lot of people like the End. They think that he, and all we get is another save clear data. Huh. Do we even get a scene after the credits at all? Okay, so we get True Victor for defeating the true final boss. Anything else? Anything? Because I really should have got the trophy for finishing every mission if that was truly the last mission. Save complete? Huh, that's a bit weird. Because I expected to have platinum on this by the time this was all over. Because I completed all 3 versions of the final battle. Okay, so I guess there really is nothing past... Again, I was hoping for a little more closure to the characters, because the characters in this game were really great, and yeah, I guess there was They did have some potential sequel hints there. So basically, just going to show you the trophies that I have, because really I should have got platinum by now, unless the last unlockable one is different than what I suspected. I'll need to look up the full trophy list again. %91%. So anyway, for some reason I don't have Platinum yet. So, okay, let's go through all of them. Clear the first stratum. Clear the second stratum. As you can see, the trophies all make the full portraits of characters. Third stratum, fourth stratum, fifth stratum. Here are all the bond trophies, so you get these for maxing your bonds with all the characters. Chosen possibility for witnessing the true ending, which I actually got in the second playthrough, even though I actually skipped over the true ending. All-Seeing Eye for clearing the game by erasing only traitors. Unmask the full might of the End and defeat him. So that's defeat the bitter end, which requires you to do a no-traitor run and get the true ending. Clear a quest for the first time, and then there's this thing. I don't know what this is. I need to look up what this is, actually. Unlock 1 gift skill, unlock all gift abilities for a character, defeat 20 enemies together with a combat. That's incredibly easy due to how easy it is to get assists. Score an S rating in a quest. See, look, I have S ranked everything. So what am I missing? Succeed in a deep vision, use defer 20 times, discover a tips file, collect all tips files. So yeah, that's another one of the trickier trophies in this game. These two are also tricky because the game never tells you about them. They're kind of a giant guide, dang it. This one you can quite easily discover by yourself just by naturally playing. This one, though, this kind of requires very specific circumstances. Then we have the end trophies, power overwhelming, defeat an enemy with a berserk character. Not that hard once you know how to do that. That is pretty much a freebie, and this is a definite freebie, one of the easiest trophies in the whole game. So, the real question is, what is this hidden trophy? I have absolutely no idea, and in fact, I'm going to look it up now. Okay, it's called Mission Complete, and it is complete all quests. I should have done that. So, Memories missions only unlock on the second playthrough and onwards. So, that's very, very strange, because I know that because technically speaking, I should have got that on the second playthrough, because I completed every... I guess I need to go back to my file and finish because I didn't actually do every mission in that true ending file, the one that I just did for my third playthrough. I actually skipped some quests, so I should probably... Apparently this doesn't count character quests, so I need to go back and do those, but really it feels like I should have done everything. Because I got the S rank all... Anyway. But, well, I guess, might not see me platinuming this game on camera. But, anyway, I really did enjoy this game. I had a very fun time with it. I'll make a video detailing my final thoughts on the game, right after this one, so look forward to that. I'll explain most of my thoughts there, but for now, thank you for watching. I hope I've encouraged more people to check this game out. It really is quite a good game if you like turn-based strategy RPGs. It does have a few flaws here and there. The main one is the fact that it's so crash-happy sometimes, although I don't know if that's my system or not. But it is a really nice, fun game, and it's probably best experienced blind, though, with the story of it. But, anyway... Thank you for watching this time, and as for what's coming up next for this channel, well, the world was saved this time by bonds. And next time, we'll be going to a world where that happens on a fairly regular basis. For in the world that we're about to visit, bonds of people is the true power. I'll see you all next time. Signing off. Okay, actually not signing off, because something very hilarious happened. I went back to finish all the missions I haven't finished yet in an attempt to try and get platinum on camera, but I'm now up to the bitter end again, and something kind of amusing happened. With side effects, show inflicted charm on the end. Now, for some reason that didn't stop him from summoning his shadow clones, but something very, very hilarious is about to happen. Something that I wanted to show off that I never got a chance to on camera. I found this out on my third run, and I never got a chance to show it until now. What better way to show it than this? So you might notice something. There's something a little strange about this setup. Yeah. Wait for it. Yes, charmed enemies can participate in assist attacks, which means that, which means that, essentially, the End is now helping us fight himself. So, I think you may have broke reality a little bit. Just saying. Yeah, now we kind of know the consequences of messing with dimensions.
Too slow. Yes, good.
And he takes 50 sanity damage. Yeah, I would be taking sanity damage at this point too. Oh, no assist that time. And he takes more sanity damage. Now, is he gonna actually... No, he just stood there. Oh, it would be funny if he actively attacked his own clone. And he's still charmed. This is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah, the final boss is helping us fight himself.
Facing hostile resistance.
Yeah. No, we're not facing hostile resistance because look, the End is our friend now. He's our friend. Oh, charm status is hilarious in this situation. I thought he'd be immune to this, but apparently he isn't. So yes, Sho broke reality so much that the End's memories were rewritten to the point where he's now our friend, but we're now fighting him, so he's helping us fight himself. That makes total sense. Okay, there we go. Mission complete. Clear all quests. That's done. So the final half of Zenji's portrait is there. And Platinum Trophy, all complete, get every other trophy. So, game officially 100%ed. I feel better now. And I'm honestly really glad that I platinumed this game on camera. This is the kind of game that I really want to have on my platinum list, because I really, really do enjoy this game. The second playthrough was a bit rocky, it did troll me kind of badly, but apart from that, I have really enjoyed this entire experience. So, for real this time, thank you all for watching, and this is Big Clingy signing off.